Hello, Big Team. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizziefaye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth. I have a quick little impromptu book haul for you because I got a surprise yesterday through a series of events and came home from book club with 10 books by Miss Read. And I want to show them to you. Mainly, I want to go ahead and squeeze this in today because if you don't know about Kate Howe's Fair Acre read along. It's called #FollowUstofairacre. That is a series by Miss Read. It's one of her two big series. She also has a duology and a few other random books, but I've read the first 6 and that's what they're reading this year. So I wasn't really thinking that I would read them again, but I did happen to catch the live discussion last month and enjoyed it very much. And Kate said, "Hey, do you want to be on next month? We're reading Storm in the Village." And I thought, "Oh, that sounds like fun." So I'm super excited about it. Kate hosts some really fun read-along discussions, of the various series that she has read throughout the years. Last year they did Mitford, and those made for some really fun discussions. So anyway, tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be on Kate's channel with her other hosts. I'm just going to be a guest. I'm not going to be like a regular host or anything. I'm just going to be a guest for this month. And the book for this month is Storm in the Village, which is book 3 in the Fair Acre series. So I hope you will join us. Even if you haven't read anything by Miss Read, I hope that you will join us. I will put Kate's channel in the description below, and then after the live show is over, I'll put the video link there as well. So if you're watching this after the fact, you can jump on over there and watch it. So anyway, like I said, I had read the books that they're reading this year already, but when she invited me to come on, I thought, well, I better reread Storm in the Village. Well, my copy of Storm in the Village is this Penguin orange spine copy. It's the only Miss Read book I have in a Penguin edition. I just randomly found it at a used bookstore north of Orlando a few years ago. And at first I didn't really want it because it doesn't match my other books. I have a combination of hardcover and trade paperback, the newer trade paperbacks that are all blurred by Jan Karan. If you've seen any Miss Read books at all, you've likely seen those editions. But I have come to really love this edition, mainly because it has some extra features. It has some lists of Miss Read's other books in publication order, and it also has a list of the books that were published in Penguin editions. And I think this is probably a UK book because there's not even a US price on here. There's just a UK price and an Australian price, New Zealand, and Canada. So how it got to the United States, I have no idea, but I'm glad to have it. So anyway, we're going to be discussing Storm in the Village tonight, but I had it with me yesterday when I was at book club. And the woman who is in charge of book sales, she's the president of the Friends of the Library, is in our book club as well. And I said, "Hey, if you ever happen to see any books come through by Miss Read, please save them for me." And she's like, "We may have some right now." And so after book club was over, we went back in the friends room. And she did. She had 10 books by Miss Read that would have just gone in the next fill-a-bag sale because they only put stuff on the sale shelves generally that are within, that have been published within the last few years. So timing is everything. And I am just praising the Lord because I am so happy to have 10 more Miss Read books. Now, I own most of the Fair Acre series and the Thrush Green series already, but I still am missing a few, and I haven't even cross-checked these with my shelves. I may already have all of these, but I have sent books to a couple of you guys, and Janelle, Too Fond of Books, if you're out there watching, I still have some books I'm going to send you, and some Hamish Macbeth books. I'm stacking them up out there. At some point, I'm going to get those in a box to you, but anyway, I am more than happy to share these. I might put them in my eBay store. I don't know, but if you are having trouble finding any of these Miss Read books that I am going to show you, and if they're ones that I already have, let me know in the comments because I am more than happy to share. So I thought this would be just a fun way to let you know about the live stream tonight and the Miss Read read along, in case you don't already know. Most of you probably do. And it would just be a fun excuse to show off my new books that I just got yesterday. So I got 8 books from the Thrush Green series. There's only 13 in the whole series, so I have 8 out of 13. And look at this. There are these beautiful trade paperback editions. And I have the first one, which is Thrush Green. And then the second one, Winter in Thrush Green. Now, I have read 3 of these. I think I have, I don't think I've read past this one. News from Thrush Green is number 3. So those I've read, and I've read the first 6 in the Fair Acre series. And I've read both, no, I've read the first of the Caxley Chronicles duology. That's the extent of my reading so far. Now I do have an old video though. I'll put it here, and I'll also link it in the description as well. I did a misread video, kind of an author focus, several years ago when I got my first start in collecting misread books by, well, I had 1 or 2, and then I was at a library bookstore in our county, and they had a whole box of ones that had been weeded out from the library for $10. I don't even know how many were in there. Probably 20 books or more. I don't know. A lot. And I snatched them up. And I did a video at that point and showed my collection. And at that point, I had not ever read any books by Miss Read. Now I've read several, and I love them. They are delightful, wonderful, fantastic. And I highly recommend them. So this is number 6. It skips 4 and 5, and it goes to number 6, Gossip from Thrush Green. Have not read the rest of these. This one is number 7, At Home in Thrush Green. Then number 9, The School at Thrush Green. Number 11, Celebrations at Thrush Green. And number 12, The Year at Thrush Green. So there's one more. Number 13 is a Christmas one that was published very late in Miss Read's life, 2009. I think she died shortly thereafter. She was in her 90s, and it was partially written by her editor. So I haven't read it, but I've heard people say that it's not as good. It doesn't have quite that same flair as Miss Read's other books. But anyway, I do have plans to read everything I can by her. I'm just savoring them. And I'm really enjoying my reread of this book. I've got some things tabbed so that I can bring up those things tonight in the discussion. And of the 2 series between Fair Acre and Thrush Green, I would say that Fair Acre is my favorite so far, mainly because it's centered around a school teacher whose name is Miss Read, and I come from a family of educators, and it's just near and dear to my heart. It is set in, I think, the Victorian era, maybe. Actually, maybe not. Maybe after that. I'm not actually sure when it's set. It's before 1950, and it maybe pre-World War II, maybe in between the 2 wars somewhere. I should know that. I'm sorry, I don't know. And it's an old English country village. That's usually how I describe it. And they're delightful. So wonderful. So let me just now go and do a quick clip. I will just show you my bookshelf where I have my Miss Read books. I'm not going to take them off the shelf or anything. I'll just show you a quick snapshot of that before I sign off. All right, so this is the shelf in my living room, and they're a little bit jumbled up right now. My original intent, and when I first put these up here, I had Fair Acre on the right, Thrush Green on the left, and in the middle are actually my books by Effie Leland Wilder. They just seem to fit this shelf. They're sandwiched right now in between a couple of Miss Read books that I've gotten recently. There's actually 5 books by Miss Wilder, and I've loaned out one of them, so there's just 4 there right now. Anyway, they're just a bit jumbled up, but this is my collection. At some point, again, I will do kind of an updated video, maybe when I finish collecting everything and when I've read a few more, and do another updated video. But meanwhile, if you want to check out that old video that I did before I ever read any of these books, check it out. And I just realized I didn't show you 2 of the books that I got in the new haul, so let's go do that now. I know you probably couldn't really see the titles there, and I'm sorry about that. I'll show them again at some point. Let me know if you're interested in, you know, seeing all of those and maybe having some more in-depth discussions about some of the books that I've read and a little bit more about each series. But I have 2 Fair Acre books that I just got yesterday that I will show you also. Number 13, Village Affairs, and it's the same edition, you know, trade paperback edition as the others. And the Fair Acre series, I believe, has 20 books. This is Christmas at Fair Acre. This has 3 Christmas stories in it that have all been published separately. And it has books 10, I think 6, 10, and 12, I believe. Yes, 6, 10, and 12. Book 6 is Village Christmas. Book 10 is The Christmas Mouse. And book 12 is No Holly for Miss Quinn. And those are all in this book. So that is my quick haul. I want to get this uploaded as quickly as I can to give some of you a chance to hopefully see it, and then hop on over to Kate House channel and catch the live stream tonight, our discussion of Storm in the Village. It is a delightful book. The Fair Acre series is just awesome. I love it so much, and I hope you will too. If you've read any before, let me know in the comments. And that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.